So if things don't go your way, if they don't happen on your timeline, can you still be happy? Or is your happiness conditional? So I'll be happy if life serves me pudding on my plate. The greatest understanding that you can ever have is that things that happen spontaneously happen in your world. It has got nothing to do with anything. Things happen, and more things happen, and more things happen. And as long as you go with the flow of life, you're okay. As long as you go with the flow of life, it's all good. It's all good. The minute you feel that first sign of resistance, that I don't like what's happening in my life, is when you start feeling the first signs of suffering and misery. Every reaction that you have to things that happen in your life are nothing more than stories that your mind is throwing up. This should not be happening. You should have been somewhere else. Things could have been different. Life could have been something else. The river of life keeps flowing, and it's all aimed at reaching the open ocean. But there are a lot of bends in the river, a lot of things that happen that we don't expect. You take a turn and all of a sudden there are rapids. Now, how are we going to navigate these difficult times? You're going to spend your entire day complaining about the rapids that have suddenly shown up? We do that, right? When something unexpected happens, we talk about it all the time. Talk about it not only to ourselves, and we call a friend and we talk about it to them, and we call another friend and we talk about it to them, and then we tell our parents, and then we tell our children, and we verbalize our resistance to it, our fear for it, our fear about the future. It just goes on and on and on, and what you're feeling is that you're swimming against the current. You're trying to get somewhere, and there's some force that's blocking, that's not allowing it to happen. So there are certain periods in your life that are very connected with astral rhythms. And while a lot of people don't like to believe that the sun and the stars and the planets can have an effect on your life, ancient wisdom has shown a certain propensity during certain periods in your life chart. And if you get your horoscope cast, you will notice that in certain periods in your life, no matter how hard you try, it's like you're blocked at every turn. You're unable to get basic things done. Your mental state is not good. Your physical state, you're having You will have health problems, you'll have relationship problems, financial problems, mental strain, depression. So many things for which we don't really have a great explanation. You don't understand. I'm trying so hard. Why is it not working? Why am I not getting the breaks? And then you find that there are people or there are times in your life where the smallest effort yields an abundant gains. People rise to fame instantly. One little incident, one little action in their life, a book they write, a little bit of research that they do, or a paper that they write, or, just joining a particular political party, or joining a movie, screen and doing something that they do just catches everybody's attention. And it is a meteoric rise to fame, or to success, or to a sense of even success is even a very difficult. I mean, we're not talking celebrities. We're talking just normal people, you and me, trying to get through our life, trying to make things work, trying to find solutions to our problems at work. And there are times even you put in a hard 8 hours of work a day and things don't move. And there are times things move really well. The solutions just come up on their own. Right? Have you ever noticed that there are times that everything seems to work in your favor and there are times that they're not? I would definitely encourage everyone to just get an astrological reading out of pure interest, nothing else, just to see where your energies lie. And a good astrologer will do a reading for you and give you indications of what you should be focusing on at this point. You're not going to give you scenarios of today, this morning you're going to wake up and then you're going to get this illness and then you're going to pass away. No, astrologers actually give you indicators on how to live your life. So there are periods of time when you need to have spiritual effort, go inward and go deep into your life. There are times when you need to focus more on your work, on the business side of your life, which will bear fruit. There are times when it's a literary pursuit. There are times when you need to focus on just developing hobbies or developing relationships. See where the energy is flowing and go with the flow. When you become sensitive to the energy flow, you know where to devote your energy and you know where to pull back. You know that even if I spend 100 hours on something, it's not going to work. It is not going to work in my favor. And you learn to turn away from it. Or what most people do is that they continue doing it, they face the frustration and they feel depressed and miserable and they spread this gloom all over. Living your life going against the current keeps you entrenched in misery, keeps you entrenched in depression and depressing thoughts. It can cause a tremendous downward spiral if it's not watched carefully. Doing a job that you don't like, that is not working for you, where everybody and everything is going against you, is just not good for your mind. And the ultimate question in your life, the ultimate problem in your life is, am I happy now? At all times, no matter what you do, you've got to be happy, enthusiastic and upbeat doing it. And for that, you have to get rid of your inner resistance and you have to go with the flow in life. Not working, not working. Something works, it works. Something opens, it opens. Follow the leads. Follow the signs that life throws at you, that life gives you. Don't try to push your way through when things are not working in your favor, when things are going against you. Because all that leads to is a lot of frustration. And when you're frustrated, it just means I don't like what's happening. I don't like what's happening. I'm working so hard. I'm feeling so, I was supposed to get this done. I was supposed to get this done. I couldn't get it done. And now I feel a sense of the world collapsing on me. What do you want? What is it that all of us want? We're here from, it's like you wake up in the morning and you go to sleep at night. And then when you wake up, it's another day. And then you go to sleep at night. One day kind of rolls into another. You wake up you're born one day and you die and you're born again. It's all rolling one into another. Nothing means anything. It's what you assign to it. And if you want to consider yourself a success or a failure, if you want to give yourself parameters for what is successful and what is not, then judge yourself according to how happy you are. Let that be the judge. Am I happy doing this? Am I happy? Is this what I want to do? And yes, there are going to be times when you have to go through a period of time where you're not completely happy. You're on a highway and there is no exit for miles. But an exit will come. And when it comes, will you have the mindset or the awareness to take it? And just go down that highway for a while. Go down that road for a while. When you take the cues from what life offers you, the abundance that you feel, the happiness that you feel is bountiful, is huge, is big. And that cannot be quantified. Stop expecting something specific. That I want to have this much money, or I want this kind of a home, I want 2 children, I want 2 dogs, I want a job. You have a lot of blessings in your life, a lot. And if you go with the blessings you have and continuously feel the gratitude for what you have, the doors automatically open. Because there is no blockage. Right? The blockage comes from your own mind. The feeling of resentment, the feeling of frustration, the feeling of dissatisfaction, the feeling of it's not good enough, it's not working in my favor, I don't feel good enough, life is not good for me. Whatever I do, nothing works. These type of thoughts completely block the energy. And even if an opening exists, you won't even notice it because you'll be so wrapped up in all this highway of your mind and all this negativity and all this misery. Go with the flow. Whatever happens, just go. Wherever life leads you, go down that path. If it's rough, know that it'll pass. and it becomes all right again. And good things happen and bad things happen, and it just alternates. There are cycles, there are up cycles, there are down cycles. Go with the flow. Don't resist anything. Don't feel too much happiness when you get good things and too much sadness when bad things happen. Don't carry your sadness from a bad down cycle into the good cycle. That's what a lot of people do. They carry it with them as a fear. What if I lose this again? What if this happens to me again? And that's the tragedy. They're not living life right now, but they're living life based on a fear that they have. A fear of losing something. A fear of losing their money, their job, their wealth, their children. Wake up, wake up. It's all happening now. It's all happening right now. And let the resistance go. Just feel only joy, feel only happiness. And whenever the negative emotions rise in you that tell you you're not good, it's not working, nothing will happen, this is so bad, observe it and let it go. Let it come and let it go. Back from where it came. Without you attaching any emotion to it. Without you saying, yes, I'm really unfortunate. I am the one that's having the depression. I am the one that doesn't have a job. I am the one that's so... Look at your blessings. And in those blessings, a door will open. It's all good. It's all good. Om